Okay, here we go. Hopefully this is working. Right, okay, so this, I'm not playing PUBG, don't worry, this is a test. This is the second test where I think I've managed to get it working. So this is a test of streaming from an Xbox to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So the important part of that is it's always been easy to stream from Twitch from Xbox to Twitch because Xbox has a Twitch app, but it doesn't have a YouTube app that can stream to YouTube. So the first thing we're doing is we're streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, which is really important for Xbox users. The next thing we're doing is I've managed to incorporate YouTube and Twitch alerts and chat at the same time. So what we'll do now is I'm just going to start typing. This is testing, and what you should see in a few seconds on the right hand side of the screen, with a bit of luck, is the Twitch chat. There we go. So you should see me down the bottom on the right hand side, which is cool. Let me look at this big on my channel. So I can see what's coming in. And remember, I'm testing this live, so that's coming up there. And then if I type stuff in the chat in YouTube, in a second or so, on the left-hand side, bottom left-hand side of the screen, you should hopefully, in a second or two, start to see the YouTube chat come through. Fingers crossed. See if it works. Yes. Okay, we have a problem though, in the fact that the text is black. Okay, no worries, no worries. Okay, the text is black. We don't want that. We don't want that. That is silly. Okay, let's see if I can change that on the fly. Text, size, height, spacing, word spacing, text shadow, secondary text shadow. Oh, see, that's a bit of a bummer, that. Okay. So we want to change the colour of the text in the chat. Pick a font. All right. Okay. We can. I think we can change the colour of the chat. Okay. That may have worked. Let's see if that works. Testing. I guess really we want white is probably the best, isn't it? Let's have a look. I wonder why I couldn't see the Twitch chat. What we'll do is we'll get a colour for the YouTube chat, and then I will change the Twitch chat as well. Still can't see it very well. Okay, let's go back. Oh, enable custom fonts. Right, okay. Actually, no, pick a font. Okay. Okay, right, so I've picked whites now. So with a bit of luck, if we try it again. Is this white text? I'll tell you what, the text needs to be bigger, doesn't it? The text needs to be bigger. Size. Okay, I've changed the text size to 10. Hi Conservative Texan, thank you for coming along. Let's see how big your text is. Oh, it's still dark, isn't it? Why isn't it changing? Ah, wait a minute. Ah, I haven't changed. I haven't saved what I'm doing. That's why. Let's save that. Okay, Conservative Text, and if you can keep typing, keep typing. Oh, wait a minute. The text has just disappeared. Test. 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 Save and yeah, I should have done that. I forgot to. Okay. Okay, alright, so it is white, but it's way too small now. Okay, so that's good. So let's double the size of the text. Let's do it to 20. Save that. Can I do it as bold? Bold as well. Yeah, let's do it as bold. Save that. So there we go. I play PC, so I'm not sure about console services. Texan test was good wrestler back in 90. Hope you have a good one. I don't know what else to say, just doing a show. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what you can do, my friend. Could you, let's see if this works. If you're not subscribed already, hit the sub button, because I'm also testing whether the alerts pop up as well. It'll depend on whether you've got your subscriptions based on whether you've got public subscriptions or not. Maybe you try hitting the like button as well. That might help. Sith Master Demon says, are you setting up from PC? No, I'm setting up purely from an Xbox console. So we're multi-streaming from an Xbox console to Twitch and YouTube, and we are adding in okay, so that's bigger, but it's not huge. Okay, I think we need to make the whole text box needs to be bigger. I've got an idea actually what I can do. Oh, that should have popped up. Did that come up? Oh, you didn't have to do that, my friend. You didn't have to do that, but thank you very, very much. Yeah, brilliant. Look at that. That looks cool, doesn't it? That looks really, really good. Well done, Conservative Texan. Thank you very much. But you didn't have to become a patron, but thank you very much for doing so. Oh, I guess the chat looks okay, doesn't it? Is it more complicated than the PC? Kind of. It's because I'm new to doing this. because the chat looks better now. The chat looks better now as it's filling up. It definitely looks better, doesn't it? Well, thank you very much, Conservative Texan. You can now come and you can play on my custom servers if you like, or cancel it, my friend. Just cancel it if you don't want to. That's fair enough. But thank you very much. You're very welcome, man. You deserve it. You've been super helpful to me, so I pay you for your time. Yes, it looks much better. Cool. So, I think what we need to do though, we need to stretch the text box up a little bit though, don't we? It's definitely. Can I change the size? Okay. Okay. Right, what I've done now is I've made the text box a bit bigger. It does look better as you go. I do need some coffee one moment. I do need some coffee one moment. Oh, right, yeah, no worries, my friend. Right, let's see what happens now. See if this looks better. Right, let's start filling this up. So, hello everybody. Thank you for helping me today. DayZ is great. So is PUBG and Call of Duty. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get the text, I think, is it too close to the edge of the screen? I think it might be. Let's move it out slightly. The lag seems long. Yeah, there is. Well, actually, I tell you what, I can change that. I can change that. Settings. Here we go. Okay, so there's no delay on messages now. R1 says, any chance of a tutorial about projectile debug mod? I've got. Is just turned itself off. Is that the mod? Is the projectile debug mod? Is that the one that Wobo uses? Okay, let me just snip back to Twitch, make sure everything's coming through to Twitch, okay? I'd say about a 10-second lag still. Yeah, it could well be. Remember what we're doing, it's actually... It's quite complicated what we're doing, because we're doing all this without a capture card. We're using free and paid web services to be able to do this. But I think it's quite an amazing thing. If you think, this. I mean, I could do this from an Xbox One S. You know, so from £150, $100 console, you can stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and have the chat coming up, and you can have all the alerts coming up as well. R1 says it does require usage of DayZ DAG. Oh yeah, that's a bit deep from me. One day I'll probably get to that sort of style, but at the moment, not. In fact, I tell you what I could do. Okay, so Conservative Texan says back. If you need a capture card, I was in a pawn shop yesterday shopping for a new rifle and saw they had an Elgato. Now, I specifically I want to do this in. I do have a little capture card, a little Ava Media one, which works pretty well. But that's very generous of you. But the whole point of doing this like this is to make it really easy for streaming from a console, and that's the idea. Now, what I've done as well now is I have stretched it so the chat should all go all the way up to where it says YouTube now. So let's fill up the chat again to see what it looks like when it goes all the way to the top. Actually, I need to move the notifications so it goes to the middle, I think. Actually, no, we don't want that, do we? You don't want it in the middle because it could annoy people, couldn't it? There we go. Sithmaster says your point pretty right. So now we've got the chat going all the way up to the left hand side. It's probably going to disappear in a second though because I just changed something. Yeah, I just changed something. Right, okay, so I'm not going to move the chat anymore. So let's fill up the chat on the left hand side. Easy Porn here has a pre-86 Heckler & Koch MP5 for $10,000. Well, there we go. Would that be something you would really want to have, though? A pre-86 Heckler & Koch MP5. You can own fully automatic weapons here if they were made before. Ah, dear. Yeah, amazing, eh? Absolutely amazing. So I guess you can have a Sten gun or a Tommy gun from the Second World War, couldn't you? Have you done the Twitch text? No, we're going to do the Twitch text next, Sithmaster. So I just wanted to see how the get the YouTube chat, see how that looks. Okay, so that looks alright, doesn't it, going up to the top? One more message. Okay. Now, the question I've got now, though, is the alerts are in the same place. So the alerts are still in the top left-hand corner. So if there's anybody in the chat who hasn't subscribed or anything like that, if you could now subscribe or unsubscribe and subscribe or hit the like button or something like that, and we'll just... Actually, no, saying that, I can simulate it. Don't do anything. I can simulate it. See if that works. You can own an AK or an M16. You can also own a 50 cal. Okay, so that probably needs to move a little bit, doesn't it? Okay. Right, okay. So let's move the notification into the towards the middle. I think we need it, so it's not, so the chat isn't over the top. Okay. Okay, I think I'm fairly happy. I tell you what, I'll move the YouTube icon as well so it lines up. Okay, so I've moved the... That looks fine. Would it... That looks fine, but would it hinder you a bit going all the way up? No, I can't see it on my screen for when I'm playing. You only see it on the YouTube screen, or you see it on the Twitch screen. You don't see it on... I don't see it on the game I'm actually playing. I can't see anything. Well, I see the game, obviously, but nothing else. Okay, so... We're pretty... happy with YouTube side of things. Happy. Get to the top. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to editing the Twitch side of things. Okay, so here we go. LightStream. Bear with me while I switch over accounts. Did you get the sub to show? I didn't. I've got a funny feeling that on YouTube, lots of subs aren't going to show because people don't share their subs. I can simulate it though. Or I could, sorry, I can't simulate now, I've changed accounts. But they were coming up before. I want to thank everybody who's helping me out with this. I really appreciate it a lot. You don't really know until you can actually get in there and get these things working how good they'll be. Right, so now first things first, let's change the text area size 20. Okay. Right, where are we? Let's just top up the YouTube side. Top this side up to the max. Bold. Okay. A little bit higher. Is that the max that it can do? Maybe more. What happens when it does get to the top? Right, okay, there we go. Okay, so now, so we're happy with the left-hand side. So what we need to do now is go over to Twitch. So if I give you guys my Twitch address, if I put it in the chat now, if you go over to Twitch and start chatting on Twitch, let's see if this starts coming through. And what we want to do is we want to get the chat all the way to the top. To see what it look like. Okay, so I can see straight away that it needs to move away from the edge a little bit, doesn't it, I think? Unfortunately, every time I save it, it blanks the chat again. Good evening. Hello, Sith Master. Thank you for coming across. Right, again, let's try and top this chat up. Let's get the Twitch chat to the top of the page to see what happens and what it looks like. Can we use emojis as well? Oh, we just got a YouTube subscription, top left hand corner. Well, I say top left corner in the left hand side. How cool was that? Sith Master Demon subscribed as well. I guess that was that on YouTube, guys? We're almost at the top. Almost there. It's getting near. Thank you. Right, that was a follow, so it's a Twitch follow that just appeared there. Everybody for the help today. Right, okay, there we go. So it kind of looks alright, doesn't it? So we've got multi-stream to Tube, to the YouTube and to the Twitch at the same time. We've got the chat from both of them coming up in both streams. We've got alerts coming up for YouTube and Twitch in the stream. Yeah, well the reason for that is that the Xbox streams to Twitch first, and then AirCast pulls that stream from Twitch over to YouTube. So YouTube is last in the queue, if you like, to get the stream. So that's why there's so much less lag. I guess, yeah. You've got to have there's bottlenecks in the system, you know. So that's the problem. Looking at the top of the screen, looks to me like probably the Twitch logo needs to come over a little bit, doesn't it? Okay, so that'll blank the chat now. The Twitch logo's moved over a tiny little bit, so it should be more in line with the chat when the chat starts to appear again. Text back to the top. Is there a feature that gives you the option to put account info as well? What do you mean by account info? Do you mean like twitch.tv/scale speed or all that sort of stuff? Yeah, you can add whatever text you like. I mean, this is just a really basic. There's some really flashy stuff. So basically, okay, so what I'll do now is, because I think we've got there, this is kind of what I wanted to achieve this afternoon, to just to get this to work. So the whole point of this was to see if it was possible to first to be able to stream from an Xbox directly to YouTube without a capture card and a powerful PC in the middle. And the answer to that is yes, you can do that, and you do that by streaming to Twitch and then use a free service called AirCast that sucks that that stream all the way across back to YouTube, which we were looking at the beginning. And if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, I'm chatting to everybody over on Twitch. So that's the first thing. So yes, you can stream from Sysmaster Demon is now following. There we go, and so the alert pops up as well. How cool is that? It's now possible to stream from any Xbox, Xbox Series S, X, Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X to YouTube very, very easily and for free without a big PC in the middle. And in fact, by doing that, you're dual streaming anyway. You're streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, because quite a few people are looking. Thank you, Biz UK. Thank you for coming over. Quite a lot of people are thinking about leaving Twitch and coming to YouTube streaming, which is okay if you're on a PlayStation, because you can stream directly to YouTube from your PlayStation. It's built into the operating system, but it's not the Xbox. But that's cool. We've solved that problem. So the next thing was, well, can you get alerts working using a similar sort of system? The answer to that, we do know, because we've done it today. We get alerts and chats working. The answer to that is yes, you can get that working. However, this isn't free to do this bit. Okay, so if you want to incorporate the alerts into your streams, you have to use a service called LightStream. And the beauty with LightStream is that it's a web-based system, so you don't need a computer or anything in the middle. And what LightStream does, when you stream from your Xbox or your PlayStation, instead of streaming to Twitch, you stream to LightStream. And then LightStream adds overlays on top. Okay, and you can have lots of different overlays. Think of them as like layers in a Photoshop document or layers on a slideshow. Different layers you can add on top of the stream. And then it fires that to Twitch, so that works. And then of course AirCast fires that back to YouTube. And then what you can do with LightStream is you can add a layer from your. So then what you do is you then go to streamlelements.com, which is a free service, and you sign in with your Twitch account, and you create a Twitch overlay that includes your alerts and your chat. And then you sign in with your YouTube account and you create an overlay that has your alerts and your chat. You then import those two layers into LightStream, and that is what you are seeing now on YouTube and Twitch. It sounds a lot more complicated than it is. Once you actually get it going, it's kind of obvious. And that then gives you the ability to do what you're seeing here today, which is stream from an Xbox to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, with all of the chat and with all of the alerts. And we could add graphics, we could add a webcam, all that sort of stuff. We could do that if we wanted to, on top of everything, which is pretty good. Sysmother says, sorry, I missed what you said earlier. So this works from Xbox One S as well. Yeah, it'll work from any Xbox that has the Twitch app. So an Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X. It'll work from there. However, so from any Xbox, you can stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time using the Twitch app and a free service called AirCast. Because what AirCast does, AirCast takes your Twitch stream and fires it over to YouTube. So so that's free. It works very well, and you've got a nice clean stream that you can then watch. Hello, Jester. Look what we've done. So Jester's just joined the stream. He's a great gamer that I've known for a long time, mainly with PUBG actually. Played a lot of PUBG together. What we're doing, Jester, just to catch you up, is we are streaming from the Xbox Series S to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and we have all of the chat from Twitch, we have all of the chat from YouTube, and we have the alerts from both as well, so when people subscribe and follow and all that sort of stuff. Conservative Texan says, hope you all have a good day. About to go and figure out how to fix an issue with a compact flash card and... Is that a compact flash? Or CF and COTS not showing up on LAN server. Deck123 says, I have a question about DayZ, so I've added the Land Rover to my trader. When I buy it, it spawns with no parts, but I've added the part to the trader as well in category Land Rover and category Land Rover. I don't mess around with PC trader that much, so I probably can't. It could be something to do with your CFG spawnable types. You haven't got there. Yes, so yeah, it is pretty good, isn't it, Jester? Yeah, so if you're really into streaming from an Xbox, and this works for PlayStation as well, you can do it from PlayStation. You know, say you're a serious streamer and you're doing it like full time or something. I think this gives you quite a good option, doesn't it? Obviously, with Stream Elements, with LightStream, the bit that adds it all together, you do have to pay. So it's the only bit of this that you've got to pay for, and that's $16 a month, and that will give you 1080p, 30 frames a second streaming. And what I'll do is, community framework and community online tools. Oh right, yeah. Good luck. If conservative text, if it's not appearing in your LAN, the server's not starting. So it's probably something to. What I always do is it could be something in your starter file. Oh god, I forgot what it's called now. The batch file, your .bat file. There could be a problem with that. It also could be a problem. Well, a good thing to always do, I think, is to go to Steam and make sure you verify the files in your server as well, your local server. Number just says LightStream is pretty good. Used it a few times. It was when it was free with Mixer. Yes, exactly. This was the Mixer thing that was free. So kind of this is Mixer matching it with that. So anyway, people, thank you very very much to everybody on YouTube and everybody on Twitch for helping me test this out today and kind of line things up and make sure they worked. Sithmaster says, I think I like these options with streaming with the Xbox as I'm looking into live streaming myself. Yeah, I mean, and it's very easy because the beauty of streaming from your Xbox or your PlayStation is that it's very relaxed, isn't it? You can sit back in your chair, put your feet up, fire up your TV, have it on your console. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this so both chats were on the screen at the same time is that as you're playing and you've got your phone next to you or your tablet or your laptop that's got the chat on, you've got both chats showing up at the same time, so you can respond to people and things like that. I know you can have separate windows open and things like that, but it's quite an interesting option. Okay, so what I need to do now is put this into a short little video to kind of tell people how to do this, because I think it's quite useful. But again, thank you everybody who's come along on YouTube and helped me today. Thank you everybody who's come along on Twitch and helped me today. It's been a great help. And I guess I should really say thank you very much to AirCast for their amazing product that does this. Thank you very much for Stream Elements, who give their free overlays, which is pretty amazing. And well, I mean, you've got to pay LightStream, so well, I guess it's great that they produce that product as well. Anyway, people, thank you very much. I'm going to call it a day now, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks again.